Alright guys, here's that 2022 Malibu 23 LSV. A little more sunlight now, we can get a little better video from the outside. Just kind of going through some things right here. Gonna go over good, bad, ugly as I go around the boat. So I'm gonna start up in the front. Yeah, as I mentioned before, boat's in pretty good condition. On the outside, I don't see a lot of scratches, a lot of issues. See a little bit of white rub marks down the bottom. I actually just looked at that, it comes right up. There's nothing to that up in the bow. Looking around the trailer, you got a swing tongue here. Well, that's just our lockout system. And all the lights, brakes, and all that all work. The only issue we're really seeing with it is quite a bit of rust as I go around. You can see in the trailer and some of the fender wells, some of those spots I'm seeing some rust coming through. Coming on the outside here, looking at the tower, we got tower bimini, 2 sets of Rev 8 tower speakers, and then she's got a pair of spinner racks. All that's operational. Amps work for the tower speakers. Bimini opens and closes as it should, and the racks spin in and out the way they should. Three pairs of pull-up cleats. Sorry, we're on a noisy road. 3 pairs of pull-out cleats. All that works properly. Navigation, anchor, light, all work as well. Couple abrasions here and there, but no scratches, nothing into the gel coat that I see on this side. As we get around to the back of the boat, this is where I start seeing a little bit of fading. A little bit of fade in the swim platform, and there's some in the hull there. Can be buffed out. Not the end of the world on that. Just something you should be aware of. Looking at the swim platform, probably some kind of docks or swim platform start. They've got a little rip kind of hanging out right on there. Okay condition on the swim platform. The rest of the sea deck looks okay. Looking on the back, you got your power wedge and your surf gate. All that works. Prop needs to be refinished. That's something that should be taken care of prior to the boat going out. All that pink stuff you see is we just re-winterized it because we were running it on the hose to get it up to temperature for compression test. So there's nothing wrong there. It's just extra antifreeze coming out. All these seats and everything flip up, so there's storage up underneath these for your gloves or whatever else before you get in the water. This is a tow point. This is your camera. This is your freshwater flush, so you hook your hose up to that to flush it out, winterize, whatever you need to do with it. On the back there, that's a pop-up pylon for water skiing. And then, of course, your other tow point is the tower. So you have 3 tow points. One at the tower, one that would be right there, and one that on the back. This is your strongest tow point. Walking around the other side, just quick condition. Nothing that stands out. It's cold and snowy here, so the boat's not super clean. This is kind of the condition we had it in since it's been here. Obviously, it'll get a better cleaning before it leaves. I'll pause it temporarily and jump on the interior. All right, you guys, starting up in the bow. Up in the front, you got 2 speakers facing perfectly out to whoever's sitting there, and then you have 2 drop-down armrests. This is called your wind dam, so this blocks the wind from coming through, so when it's a little bit cooler out, it just stops the flow into the rest of the cockpit. Windshield opens and closes the way it should. Here is your screens, your rotary dial, so you can control your volume, your speed, your surf side, your wedge up and down, all from here. This is your phone will mount into that spot. There's a USB hook up there. Start, stop, a little bit of storage for the driver. This one has power lift helm seat, and that works as it should. So you get a raise as you're going up. Flip up helm seat, so not only does the power come up, but also your seat flips up. Really pretty cool design. I don't know if you can see me, but this seat is designed for people hanging out. It'll swivel all the way around. It also has the ability to kind of tuck your leg up and look over. But I'm 6'1", really high back helm seat, pretty good setup. Let me turn on the power on this thing. Brand new batteries, we just put them in. The other batteries were original and thought it'd be time to swap them out. This is a reversible seat, so this seat comes forward, flips into a table, also flips into a reversible seat. That's it. On either side of this in the back, Both these seats come up, so that gives you another seat looking back, and then pretty substantial storage underneath here. Their screen's up, things on here. Give you an idea what that all looks like. Onto the screen. That'll give us our hours, 118.9 hours. The screen's a little dirty, but as you can see, there's no delamination, there's no bubbles. She's in good shape, both there and there. Steering wheel, all that's good stuff. Your battery isolator switch is here. There's dual batteries. Just pops open, super convenient where it is. You've got 1, 2, off, 1 and 2. So you can combine batteries, you can run it on one or the other. So, you know, if you're sitting out listening to music for a few hours, you'd have it on battery 2. You'd have battery 1 to get you home. Punching through some stuff on the helm. This is our music screen, so just power up, it's all Bluetooth. You got a USB, you got an aux input, whatever you want. In terms of lighting, interior anchor, storage lighting, interior lighting is all controlled right in here. All that works. And this, you got your blower, your bilge, your forward bilge. You know, there's Malibu's wiring harness is the same for every boat. So if you want to add heaters or you want to add anything else like that, it can easily be put in. Moving on to this screen here. This is your main screen, so you got a few different things. This is your ballast screen, so you can pick each individual tank and fill them, or you can just go straight over here to your presets, and you can surf right, surf left, wakeboard intermediate, whatever you want to do. It's got all the presets loaded. You can also save your own presets. This boat also has Surfband, which is a wristband that you can control your speed, the shape of your wake, the volume of your music, and the side you're surfing on from behind the boat. Just a depth screen. Depth finder works. Obviously, we're not in the water, so we don't have any depth. And then this is your camera in the back, so we can touch your reverse camera, and that'll show you what you got going on that screen. We can expand that out too, so that it takes up more of the screen if you'd like. Great safety feature, really cool thing to have. And then this is just like a home screen with your hours and your speed. Notice as we flip through the screen, everything stays transparent. So everything on here and here, all that is all the same. Some quick memory things, like if you're done for the day, you hit go home, ballast empties, surf gates retract, wedge goes up, cruise control turns off just by hitting the go home button. We can change the lighting in the, you know, the how bright the lighting is right in the dash there, and then you can also have docking mode, which would limit your RPMs and just make it less likely to slam into the dock. All right, just popping on here. Here's your motor. She is the M5 DI, so direct injection motor. It is putting out 340, 350 horsepower. Plenty of power for this boat. No problem having all 4 ballast tanks wedged down, a bunch of people in the boat, and some weight in the fat sacks, and still having no problem getting you out. Going over a few things with the tower in the boat. So tower is hydraulically assisted to come down. It's not a power tower. We do have the option to do power towers, but I just think, you know, sometimes it's a pretty added expense and not necessarily as reliable as you'd think. This is really, really easy. So just unlock either one of these. This tower will fold down almost to flat. The highest part will be just above the windshield. It'll be your ski pylon, just a little bit above the windshield. Spinner board racks there. These little pins just pull, and the rack will spin in and out, just like that. Pretty much covers everything over there. You've got a built-in trash can here, so you throw your stuff down there, and the access to the trash can is right here. There's also a spot for a cooler. You have USB and 12-volt input or chargers throughout the boat. Phone holders throughout the boat on either side of the gunnel. Glove box. This is what your wristband looks like. All right, that's pretty much cover it.